Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is Tuesday, March 7, 2023. As you see here, we got this big down candle. I've been waiting for this for a while now. Price ended up we came into this imbalance here. We got like 75% of it, a little more than that. Tapped it, and then today's daily candle opened up a little bit and retraced back into that wick of the previous day. Didn't take it out. News came out. 10 o'clock, Powell was talking. Sank the market. Took out, I didn't expect it to be all in the same day, but it did. So took out both imbalances. We have this one here, and then we have this one here. So, I mean, and look where it went to the T. Come on. Look at that. All right, so let's go into a 5-minute here. And excuse the mess of the candles because I'm trying to fit all this data with all this range. So just to preview, yesterday we settled here, all right, and we had this weak gap that we've already drew out. We had a gap that we opened up with, okay? So that was the gap that we opened up with. Price is sitting above it, starting to get underneath it, came underneath it, took out that high. Could have been a seller there, but that's gambling. The way we were positioned, I knew we were going down and the dollar was poised, but at the same time, I didn't want to play around with it. So wait for some type of order flow. You want to wait till the time gets, well after 10:30, just about 10:30, and then you'll start to see some good opportunities. So, but take a look at the price. See how it came down, came up, respected even this is our today's gap, and look at the price holding. When I see that, I know that the algorithm is in control with that gap. Price came out, news came out, sank. All right, came down, broke structure here, broke that structure there. So came back for a retest, nice retest here. And then you could have been a seller there, but it's not enough confirmation technically. So I'm going to go into a 1 minute so you can see this more. All right, here we go. So here's the 1 minute here. So you expect some type of 2-3 drive type of situation. Price comes down in ranges, starts to break up. All right, could have took a quick scalp there, but I wasn't interested. I'm on the bearish side. I've been saying it for the last, I guess, 10 days. We're looking for lower prices and to get into these lower imbalances because we've already got to the top imbalance. We didn't need it to so much seal the top, which I'll mention in a moment. But price came up, wicked, is hitting the top of this imbalance here between here and here. So once it taps in, that's a order flow drill that the algorithm uses. So instead of filling it halfway or 25% of it, it'll just dig in. I believe ES today it took about 25% of the gap of the imbalance, not halfway, not 75% or full. But it took out the first 25. So but US 30 is a lot more dirty. I expect it to tap in and sink down. You'll see this in previous videos. You'll see that it also came right back up, price right back up into this weekly gap right here. See that? So as you see on our beginning weekly gap, beautifully tapped that in right there, sank off. Could have been a seller there, but there's too much volume here. There's too much range or inefficiency that hasn't been repriced, so I'm not playing with that. But I will take an order flow down. So for example, when the price came in between these two candles as an imbalance, taps into this block. Let me move this over. So this imbalance right here, and then this is a supply block and it's holding. I expect this price to come back in and then not go above it. If it goes above it, then we're probably going all the way up here. So if I'm going with order flow, I let it retrace once. I got a second retrace here. That's two supply block break, two breaks in general, and then you're an immediate seller with this candle here. You have the confluence of order flow, and sure enough, you get the reaction. This candle comes down, closes, never reaches above, and we're on our way down. You could have been also a seller right there between these two, between this imbalance. Price comes in nicely up there, all right, and then price is starting to trickle down. Price comes underneath this. See these two purple. So we have filled the entire imbalance there. Price comes underneath it, comes back up, okay? And then you could have been a seller right in that wick right there. Yes, this is a 1 minute. You could have been a seller when it got into this wick. This is a rejection wick. This is a supply wick. Price comes right in, taps it. But if you want to wait for order flow, you can wait. So to get another entry, you can wait to do that. Price came down, came back up into this wick, this supply wick. All right, could have been a seller there as well. If you wanted to wait for one more piece of order flow, which was what I do, came down. All right, price broke down, came back up into this imbalance that it left. Jabs in it right above. You see that? Jabs right above it. Pokes in. You're an automatic seller. You got your confirmation. You got your order flow that you're looking for. And then sure enough, you're writing it down. Writing it down where? Well, we have that's the lower imbalance. That's these two. That's these two lines here, purple lines, and you see, look how it respects this zone. Comes down, comes back up, taps it, comes back down. Look at that. I mean, we're talking real close there, all right? And you should be out of the trade completely here, because now we're going to be dealing with it slowly speakering out, and we have some price imbalance up there. And then it's going to speaker out range and then come back up. So now let's go back to a 1 hour. All right. So now we have exhausted these imbalances. So I'm literally going to delete them. But I want to show you back on the daily so you can see it. Look on the daily here again. See this? See how we came up, got into this imbalance, and then shot down to cover all that efficiency and price. We got down to the T right there. So I'm going to delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Right there. Because this is, to me, I'm going to still leave this in play because we have this empty space. All right, and then this whole imbalance should be a resistance to price, and it should come down. What's our ultimate goal? Is now going to take out these lows here, coupled with this big, massive pool of liquidity that's sitting right here. All right, so this is definitely the next target. Well, I've been saying this for months, and it's starting to finally play out. So great move, very predictable. And now we have price imbalance here. So it's going to get tricky because we still have non-farm payroll on Friday. So this could be, this could be a sinker, man. I mean, it could keep coming down during this week and then Friday come back up, or it's going to come down, come back up a little bit with a wick, and then they use Friday to sink it. So I don't think we're going to hold price here any longer. I mean, look, they've been consolidating for a while. So I don't know if they're able to, keeping it any up longer, any higher, keeping it up above here is just straight manipulation then. Because it's like, you got all this price imbalance here. We're in the market that we're supposed to be in, right? So now that they've reached, remember when we came here from January all the way to here in October of 22? Well, we rallied up quick to get up here. So they're trying to keep everybody cool. This is my opinion. Keeping everybody cool with the price. Oh yeah, we're good. It's not that bad. We're well above COVID. So we're doing cool. And then when they start hiking these rakes more, and they really show you their hand of where the economy is supposed to be sitting, we're supposed to be sinking down. I like this 23% area. Definitely coming to here. But we should probably get a bounce from here. I know I'm talking a little more long term, but it's starting to move, but we'll see. But anyways, as far as this week goes, we got price imbalance here. If I was to go to a 4-hour real quick and just show you, all right, big imbalance right there, obviously. So you see how we got down here to this range, and we started low, high, low, high, low, high, low. You see how it's kind of ranging out and speakering out and manipulating. Well, I expect a miniature scenario like this here. So for example, it could look like this. See how it come down, come up, come down. We spend the next day doing this shit, and then we expect another day kind of coming up a little bit. Kind of, you see how it's doing that. So I'm expecting maybe something like this, and we get up into 50% of the range. So we're gonna kind of like do this, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. I don't want to have to get to draw it out, but I think you get what I'm saying, because I've say this all the time. So, and what we got? Look here, we got liquidity right there with these two highs. See, you see these two highs? I'm on the 1-hour chart. See those two highs right there? Price can kind of range out, come back up, and hit that, and then sink. So that's one idea I have as of right this moment. Or we might not make it that high. We might come up right into this wick alone only. See this wick? We might only come up halfway, come up to here, and then look for lower prices. So, but be nimble, because at the same time you might see something like, you might see something like this. See that? Where we came down, I was saying in the previous videos, and then we came back up, and then we came up, which we already came up, and then we sank down, which we sank down pretty well, to be honest. So they're trying to get price down here. Or this scenario here, as I mentioned yesterday, please watch previous videos, is this scenario where we originally sank down, we speakered out, and we ranged out, and then we had that big displacement, which we just had. We sank down right now, which was for today, and then like look what happened the same day, or for us it would be the next day, or the news will push it back up to where? See that high? So it would look like this, back to this, somewhere back in this high. So we might, if we get a deep, I don't see us coming back to this break of structure, but who knows? You never know. That's where we're at right now. Ultimate goal is still definitely here, though. It's time for us to take those lows, in my opinion. So we might just go straight for it. Oh, and real quick here, I didn't want to make sure I forgot, because I'm always forgetting to show you the other confluences here. We had the dollar here, and it finally reached up and hit that high. So we knew the dollar was going to be bullish. Look here, we opened up today. We were sitting down right next to support. All right, because we came all the way back down, came down. We never took out this low, and we did take out this low. So we took out liquidity here. We got stuck in this demand range, so it held, price held, and that's a good sign for it to go up. Well, we woke up, we were already over here, and price was already making bullish structure. And then look at the news. The news made the dollar fly. But this, we already had the intention of coming up to take out this imbalance, to take out this high and this high. Sure enough, the dollar just kept going. That was the confluence of how we stuck with the idea of selling the whole way and hoping to keep it selling. All right, so then we also had a divergence here going on. So price was coming lower with S&P right here. Dow Jones was also coming down, and over here we were getting a divergence there of higher highs instead of lower lows. So that's another good reason why to also as far as to follow order flow, this was our ticket there as well. We used that as a confluence. And then also up here, if you could see here, this almost taps it. It's still a lower high, but it's definitely very close to it. Over here we have lower highs. Over here we have lower highs. And then I wish I could make this a little cleaner, but it's hard to. But that's good enough. But if you were to see here, these prices here, all right, this took out this high, this is very flat here, and then here we have highs, these highs going up, taking out. So this being flat like this showed weakness in S&P. So while this is all happening live, you're coming up with all this in your mind. So that's another piece of Confluence. Go do the research back on that, but look at the way the price flows and is being held by these gaps right here. Very nice, very clean. All right, take care. Hope this helps. All right, you guys, God bless.